now more than ever, we need each other.
We do.
And this is powerful. Like, look at you. You're here on your own radio show.
Thank you.
I don't want to put my ideas on my kids. I do want them to walk a straight path. I want them to be as great as they can be. But I like letting them be them.
Girl, you stay pregnant. Lord, you can't keep that man off you.
Oh, my Lord.
We are here with the fabulous, the beautiful, the amazing, the talented Ciara, the one and only. I'm so excited to be here. I'm not even going to cap. F all this. I'm a fan. I'm about to fan out. Seriously. My favorite is Goodies, And I Promise. I have so many of your songs on my playlist, and just being from Atlanta, like, this is just so big to me. So thank you for being here. I really appreciate it.
Aw, thank you, Summer. I appreciate you. I'm so happy to be here, and I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
Yeah, this is so sweet seeing your own setup and shining and looking so beautiful. You look so beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So do you.
So I appreciate your love.
So what is something that you're finally over?
Finally over bad comments in posts.
Mm-hmm.
I'm finally over it.
Did you just turn them off, or they just
they can stay on. I can read them and laugh.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm in that place. Like, I don't care anymore.
I love that.
That is a great place to be in.
It's the best place to be in.
Yeah, because, they only talk about the great ones.
Mm-hmm.
And another really great statement that the late Trevor Moawad, one of the best mental coaches in the world, he was Russ's mental coach, and really special to me. He said something so profound about, like, haters and critics. He was like, you know what, Ciara, there's never been a statue of a critic.
Mm-hmm.
That, I was like, we'll leave it there. So for me, I'm like, finally over it. And it feels so good just to live life and not care.
It's so freeing. I think I'm there with you. Finally.
Let's go. It's better they talk than not.
How did you find the one and only? It's really aspirational to me. It's probably has something to do with the prayer that you prayed on that album. But yeah, tell us.
Well, I believe, God is the greatest orchestrator of all times. And, we plan and God laughs. They say that. But I do believe in the power of manifestation. I believe in the power of speaking life into yourself. Like in the Bible, it says there's life and death in the tongue. So I always say that when you speak, you have a chance to tell your life story, so say great things. So I do believe in speaking negative things into your life and positive things into your life. And for me, I can honestly say I spoke my husband into my life, but I was also ready for him to be in my life, right? I had my years of experimenting, whatever you want to call it, some failures, but at the same time, I'm grateful, though, because I do believe that going on my journey that I went on prepared me for where life has taken me. And I was ready for my husband, right? I think that's the key, is being ready. And he was ready, too, for his queen. I was ready for my king. He was ready for his queen. But no, I think that's honestly, a big part of it. Speaking life, manifestation is real. Praying is real. I know I say it, and I think sometimes it sounds like this kind of lofty idea for some, but the power of prayer is like a real thing for my life. Like, honestly, it's been a great thread through for anything that I've gone through, especially when I'm having challenges. And I don't think you should always pray when you're having, the not so good times. You should pray in general. Like, that's my philosophy. It kind of helps me set my day. And so that's always my go-to, especially when I'm in big transitions in my life. So yeah, speaking life, manifestation, the power of prayer, being clear, being intentional in your prayer is important. And being very intentional and thoughtful in your thoughts. Like, when you're envisioning think about this for you in your career. I'm pretty confident that you at some point in your life said, I want to do that, right? I want to go and be a singer, and I want to go have some of the biggest R&B songs in the world. I'm sure you had a big dream and a vision for it, but you were like committed to like what that was, right? So to me, that was me. So anything in my life, honestly, all the successful moments and the, most important moments in my life, I have spoken those things into my life. And I've spoken bad things into my life too. So now I understand the power of the tongue and the mind. So all those things to me have helped me attract what I've wanted in my life.
I think that's literally actually the best advice that you could give anyone. Being a woman of God and being a praying woman, um, I can say 100% that's true. You really have to watch your tongue. You can literally speak bad into your life by accident, or you can speak the greatest of great things into your life. And also, like, being ready to receive is the realest thing. Like, yeah, that's really good advice, because you can ask for things sometimes and lose it because you're not even ready, and that's why God didn't give it to you in the first place. Boo. Do you have marriage advice?
I would say communication rules a nation. What I will give my husband a lot of credit for is he can communicate really well. And I think maybe it's the quarterback in him, because,
Right.
he's big on leadership, big on teamwork, big on being together. Now, men are men, so sometimes they have to take their moment to kind of like go through their thoughts. And me too, because I'm stubborn and I'm spicy and feisty sometimes. But I really feel grateful for our ability to communicate with each other. Because I feel like there's nothing I can't go to him about. And even if we have to find our way through it in the conversation, I feel very confident we're going to make it on the other side. So I think communication is key. Not going to bed mad. That is really important. So far, we've never done that. So
Good.
thank the
That's
Lord.
So good.
That's important. And dating each other. I think you have to keep on dating each other. Sometimes you can get in like rhythm of just, you can get monotonous if you don't look up and pay attention. And so we're very committed to date night. So we do a date night. Yeah, we do a date night every Friday.
Oh.
Because in football, that's like the lightest day in their work world, in their work schedule. So since we've met, basically, we have done date nights every Friday. And it's something that I look forward to. Like, I feel like the beginning feelings all over every time, like getting cute for him. And, he comes out looking cute and looking sexy. But that's fun. Like, it helps us to keep things fresh. And with our kids, I have learned, because I think for all of us mamas, we are about our babies. Like, I'm about my babies all day. And my husband knows that and respects that and loves that. And he's about them too. But also, too, we have to be about us. And that's hard sometimes, I think, for us. Like, mommy guilt is real. Like, sometimes I feel like, am I balancing my world right? Even for myself, like, I'm actually looking forward to going out, him, taking me out, picking a restaurant, or maybe, he'll ask me what I want. I'm like, babe, whatever you say. Like, I will say this: we can like make decisions on everything except for restaurants. We always take forever to pick like which one are we gonna do tonight. But it's so fun. Like, I'm always looking forward to that, and I think it keeps things fresh. And I just feel so blessed that we have that.
We had a video shoot, and watching you when your man came around, it was so cute because all day it's like, look at you right now, look at her blushing. All day it's like, boss lady, boss lady, boss lady, get it done, get it done. I'm like teared up because it was literally so cute, and I'm a hopeless romantic, but it just completely switched when he came. You turned into a freaking 16-year-old. You were like, oh, my man's here. He finna take me out. We finna go get on the jet. I was just like, oh, she just kiki and giggling. I said, this is so cute.
No, it was exciting. I think that might have been around our anniversary trip, maybe. I think it was, because he was picking me up, and I think he might have surprised me that night.
Yeah, he brought you like a bag or something.
Yeah.
He brought you. I don't remember, but
I think we were getting ready to go on our trip. It was actually a surprise trip. We were going to Japan.
Japan. Okay, I was going to say Italy or something.
Yeah,
y'all went
I think it
somewhere
was
far.
Japan we were doing. Then if it wasn't Japan, it was Italy. One or the other.
It was so cute.
Yeah, I was excited. It's fun. That's a feeling I feel like you want to have. I need to have that,
and that's, to me, like, obviously I'm not married, but I would think that's actually the biggest key to getting married. You have to like them.
You have to. There's this saying that, it's one thing to love your partner, but liking them.
Genuinely.
And I like him.
Oh, girl, we could see it. And I like that rock. Let me see.
Oh, stop. Please don't stop.
It looks good. No. I can't hear it.
I'm so silly.
I'm just happy for you. I'm one of them people who really genuinely be happy for my friends, be ready to big up their whole shit stuff.
Beep, beep. Yeah, but that's what it's about.
How did you guys meet?
So, okay. A good friend connected us, and I want to say we FaceTimed. But we were texting a little bit before that. And then we FaceTimed. And I remember being on set at NBC. I was shooting this show called I Can Do That. And luckily I was on my break and I was like ready for his call. But he really hit me up on like the surprise call. And I was like, ooh. And then the light was right. So I was like, okay, hey. But that was really sweet though. I'll never forget that day. He was actually in Mexico on the golf course. And I remember him just looking like so handsome and so cute. But we've been rolling ever since then. Like, no lie. The first time that we met in person was a really unique situation. I know I talk about it. I'm not sure if it may sound weird to some, but because, when you're public figures, oftentimes if you try to go outside like normal people, they'll put a label on you. Like you're automatically dating when you're just getting to know each other. Yeah. So we met in my house, actually. And at that time, it was me and my dad and my son, future. And we were talking about where we were going to go eat out. And we were like, you know what? It's better to just like meet inside. And, I was like, well, my dad and my son are here. And then he was like, it's all right. I got to meet him anyway. Like he was very like direct. Because I'm like, we're meeting like as friends, just building. But the first day that we met, when he walked away, I knew. I knew. Like it was I'd never had that feeling in my life. And it's funny, when he recalls his time, he had the same feeling. So he had a friend with him, and he said to him, he's like, I think she's the one. And I call my best friend Yolanda, who's here, my makeup artist, somewhere around here. Been in my life since I was 16 years old, and she's my matron of honor. But I said, Yoli, I was like, I don't want to jinx anything, but I think he's, and she goes, the one? And I go, yes, like a long yes. So we always say, when you know, you know.
When you know, you know. And I love how he fully just embraced and took him in like your son as his own. I love blended families. I hate when people try to say like, a man won't come and like treat all your kids equal. Like he's just such a good dad. We love a green flag.
A green flag.
A green flag.
With the green flag?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think that's the beauty of like family. That's the beauty of love, you know. And also, too, our family keeps on growing, and so it's
Girl,
beautiful.
You stay pregnant. Lord, you can't keep that man off you. How many kids
Lord.
you got? You got more kids than me. Four.
I got cuatro. He be talking about some cinco. I'm like, he puts his hand up like this, and I'm like, high five. I love you, But honestly, I've always said I would have 5 kids.
Really?
It's crazy.
5. That's crazy.
Yeah. You almost there, too.
Yeah, almost.
You right there, and you got twins.
Yeah.
That's something else.
Yeah,
because I'm telling you, like all of our kids, their age gap is 3 years old. 3 years apart. So my youngest baby, Amore, is about to be 1. Win is 4. Sienna is 7. And Future is 10. So I got a little space and time.
Yeah, you do.
When you had them twins, you ain't got no space and time.
You don't have no space. What would you do if you messed around and you thought was your last? She's like, don't even.
Oh my gosh, how big my eyes got.
If your last baby was twins, what would you do?
I'd honestly be happy.
You would?
Yeah, because then I know we putting a period on it. It's a wrap. We done. We done.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, I think twins are so cute.
They're so adorable.
And when they're like tiny, I think I asked you about that, like with breastfeeding and all that stuff. Like, how is it crazy?
No, I'm not gonna lie. The worst. Breastfeeding. It's like, what is going on here? Like
with the rotation,
they just lay on both of them all day, and then you know how much they have to eat, and it's just like literally all day, and it's just sore and raw. And then when they finally get off, then you have to go pump. Like it's
a lot
all day.
Because I know what it's like with
crazy.
One. So to do that like that,
you have to like slingshot them to just lay.
Lord, angle them.
Yeah,
right?
It's crazy.
Yeah, but I mean, if I had twins, I think I'd be happy. I'm an only child.
See, and that's what does it. It be the only children that want the biggest family.
Yeah.
Because we were just, I don't want to speak for you, I was hella lonely.
Yeah, I was.
Like as a kid,
I kept saying, Mommy and Daddy, I want a brother or a sister. And then at a certain point, I was like, I actually like being by myself. But, because you're just spoiled with so much love.
Yeah.
But, because of that, it made me want to have a large family. That's our
Mm-hmm.
legacy, and it's the most entertaining and fun thing to do and have and come home to. Like, especially when I have tougher times or like not the best days, my family keeps me grounded. I feel safe. I feel love. I feel like it kind of rises above any kind of like worries or heaviness that I feel. Like their love sustains me in such a special way
Mm-hmm.
that it's become like it is my number one thing in my life, my family.
I love a warm house. That's
It's a
actually
good feeling.
my favorite thing. Like that's all I work to do is to have a warm house, to spend my money on a warm house. Like it's so fun. Like y'all just get to do a bunch of activities and games
Yeah.
and movies and
And
everybody's just
laugh.
running around and cracking
And they
up
turned
and
up.
turned up.
They're walking TV shows.
It's like a family reunion every
Every
day.
day.
Yeah.
Yes. And it's
Yeah.
the best thing.
And then you call the aunties and the
everybody
sisters and the
come
mamas
over.
and everybody come over. It's fun.
It's the best.
Yeah.
It's a lot of love. Yeah. I love it.
I love that somebody gets it because people be like,
But see, you love being a mom, though.
Yeah, it's fun.
When you love being a mom, or there's this saying, like, when you do what you love, you never work a day in your life. But as it relates to being parents or being a mom, you love being a mom. Like, I have always known that about you since day one, since I met you. And you would talk about your baby. And then the funny thing is, on our set for Better Things, you were actually pregnant with twins,
Mm-hmm.
with the twins. And I remember us talking about that. And I don't think you had told the world at that point. But just to hear your passion and love for being a mom, like, you've always been that way. And so it's different for us girls when you love being a mom.
I'm not gonna lie, like the thing you were saying about like mom guilt, that's so real. When I tell you, girl, I had the biggest mental breakdown today at 4 a.m. I was out in the street with my wig off, crying, kissing my kids because they had to leave today. And I was just like, you just want to take them to, like, if I could take them to work,
Everywhere.
you just feel so bad. And
Yeah.
it's like, it's not your fault. Like, girl, you got to pay the bills. But
Got to.
you just do not be wanting to leave them kids.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard. It's really challenging. But to your point, I think there's something so beautiful about them seeing us grind and seeing us do our thing. Like having my kids on tour with me this past summer, I think really opened their eyes so they understand better what mommy's doing, because otherwise they'd be like, you just be leaving. It's
Yeah, like you don't care about us.
Exactly. But they know we care. It's just kids being kids, and they know how to like manipulate. The greatest manipulators in the world are kids. They will get you to do a lot of stuff or have you feeling some kind of way,
Oh my God, I be feeling so bad. Like, and especially now that my little girl is talking, and now you can hear, you just feel even worse when you hear them ask for you or like, is mommy working? I'll be like, no, I'm not working, baby. I'll come home right now. But tell me about that. This will be probably my first tour that I am gonna finish, a full tour coming up. I won't say the date. And I'm just really been so nervous and just I need guidance on how to maneuver with them because obviously I'm not going to leave them. So,
Yeah.
like, how do you tour with your kids?
Well, it takes a village.
Mm-hmm.
And I know you talked about the aunties, and I have to shout out my family and my team. Luckily, my kids have had the same people in their lives for mostly all their lives. As far as like my nannies go. And I think normally sometimes people kind of shy away from that, but for me, I'm going to celebrate my girls because I couldn't do it without my team.
I have a village.
Yeah, it takes a village, and they're like family to me, so. And then my sister-in-law, Anna, she's amazing. She also got to be on the road with me a little bit. And, our family, Russ's mom and my mom and dad would come out at different times for fun, or they came out like a few times. But that love, like everybody works together, it really takes it. I mean, everyone on my team is a part of my family, like even down to the hair and makeup team and the glam team, like all the kids know them and they love them like family. So everyone ends up like being in it together. It's like we're all on tour together, and then great scheduling. I was really big on rest. So I wasn't exhausted. So I would map my days out to whereas we got proper rest overnight. We would hop on the plane and take off.
Oh, no bus.
Yeah, I didn't do bus.
Okay.
That was, I think, really helpful for me. But if I was curious about bus, but I just ended up doing the plane. But either way, I would map it out to whereas we would have enough rest at night, and then we would time it to whereas we could take off and then get into the next city in good timing. Everyone's rested, because when kids are not rested, that's a problem.
All hell breaks loose.
Everything. House coming down. I mean, it's just like them kids be like, who run it? We run it.
Right.
And we want to turn this thing up. So we don't want that.
Tantrum.
So I would really like kind of map out my world to make sense for the babies and me. And it really was smooth. And the kids got it.
Do you do like a homeschool or?
I don't do homeschool. Luckily, it was during the summer.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Yeah. So they were out of school. So this was like their summer vacation.
Yeah, they're just like, we outside.
They're having fun. We outside, and we want to keep doing this. Like, this is what we want to do. Like, legit, Sienna, she was really like, we bonded in such a special way on the tour, in a way that only the tour could kind of give. Like, it was her seeing me as a young girl, but seeing her mom do this thing. And she is like, whatever she chooses to do in life, she's going to be great at it. She can run the world. She can be a future president. She want to be. She can be a singer, whatever she wants, she's going to do it. But she and I really bonded. And the funniest things was like seeing her show me some of my moves that I did on Ride. I was like, now we're going too far. Now hold on, we're going too far.
Oh my God.
She legit said, Mommy, can I show you this dance move that you did? And she was like, Daddy ain't gonna like this. And I said, what's the move, Cece? And she started doing this little thing with her hips. I said, oh, no, ma'am. I said, see, now we seeing too much.
When we leave, I'm going to show you this video of my daughter. They sent me the other day. I don't know, because I don't even dance. I see you be dancing, so I get you be doing your Michael Jackson moves.
Yeah,
but she was hitting the hips.
Ooh.
I said, who is teaching you this? No, wait.
She looking at mama.
But they just be so ready to get into it too. Like
they
want to bond. They want to have fun. Shit, if you let them on the stage, they'll probably go.
Oh, I put Cece on the stage the last show.
What she do?
Was really kind of. So I have a song called "Drop Your Love," and I haven't put it out yet. But every city I had, the cities kind of do the dance with me. And it was like where you like slide like this, come on, and then drop like this, come on, and then so it was this whole little thing you do. So Cece's like slide like this. So she really kept like getting into it over the tour. I was like, Cece, when you ready, I'm gonna have you come out. And she was like, yes. And I said, you ready? She was like, I don't know. And I was like, okay. You said you want to do this. This is the last show. And then she came out on the last show, and she was like, I'm gonna do it. And then she was so confident.
Oh, good.
And so. It's just amazing when you see your kids like evolve into their own personalities and like be confident in themselves. Like that's really important for me. I don't want to put my ideas on my kids. I do want them to walk a straight path. I want them to be as great as they can be, but I like letting them be them. And so that was her thing she was into. And it really was so much fun, even having my tiny baby Amora on the road. She don't know what's going on, but she is ready for the world too. She's got so much energy. And the boys, actually, Future was at training camp with Russ. So he was like in the zone with football.
Yo, that's hilarious. Not he down there on the field.
No, on the field, helping out with Russ's teammates and like all the guys, like Najee was like, Future, go get my something. Like when I went to training camp, all the boys like, Future. Like it's so cute.
Funny.
Russ was talking to me, and Future comes behind him, and there's like these things they have in the back of the guys' jerseys where they're like, it's like keeping track of their stuff. And Future's like reaching in Russ's jersey, pulling out the thing. He's like, Dad, I need to get this, blah, blah, blah. And pulls it out and like keeps on like rolling. And I'm like, this is crazy.
He got his own agenda.
No, he was
got
like
a routine.
Grown. 10 years old, it's a whole nother like world of thoughts, right?
So I know me, I wouldn't want my kids to be famous.
You wouldn't?
It's just because you know what all this stuff comes with. But would you care if they wanted to sing or?
I'm really funny about the artist thing.
Yeah.
Because it's hard.
Yeah.
Like doing what we do is not easy. And the world can be so hard on you. But if they are great at it, I don't want to stop them either.
Why not?
Yeah, I just would hope that I could use my wisdom to help them. You know,
they would listen.
Yeah, and listen, because we don't listen.
Yeah, I was bad.
Now I know my mama said no about things.
Man, I gave, and this, like my daughter right now, she's only 3, but she's whooping me down bad.
Oh my God.
I understand Now, you know how everybody always says, "Oh, I get what my mama was saying.
I get
You'll
it.
get it when you older." I really get it.
I
Like,
get it. No, it all makes sense. And then when they, when you be like, well, Mom, why? And they say, because I said no.
and
Now
you
I get
think they
that
just
too.
being
Yeah,
mean.
because I used to be like, well, because if you do, I'm like, I ain't explaining nothing else no more. I said no. Like,
Yeah.
and they make me come with this tone that I don't like, but you have to.
You have to.
Russ
Because
always
then they
says,
just think you being mean, and it's good for them to understand why.
yeah. And you know what's so funny? Because Russ always says to me, he says, you got to let your no's be no's and your yeses be yeses. And that's hard sometimes. But what I've also learned and understand and admire about the mind of a child, and that's why, like in the Bible, it talks about being childlike with forgiveness, is how kids have amnesia, like in a great way. Meaning, if you do reprimand them or you do get them in line, they're still going to love you the same. They're actually going to respect you more. And as a parent and as a mom, I think for me, embracing that idea has been important for me. And it's helped me out so much because kids are smart.
Would you say you're a gentle parent or you believe in ass whoopings?
Listen, did I get spankings? Yes. Did I get switch whoopings? Yeah. Do I do them? I don't. I'm a big believer in being firm with love. And I'm a believer in like the things that the kids like. Like if you take those things away, like PS5, iPad, if you take those things away, candy,
It works just the same.
just the same. That's what I've learned.
I think I'm a firm believer on whoopings, but it's all talk because I'm like, my mama beat me, so I'm gonna beat you.
Yeah.
Because you gotta act right. And then when it comes to it, I just be like, just give her what you want. Give her what you want.
See?
I could never whoop them. I'm so like, ooh, I don't know what I'm gonna do because they just gonna run over me. Lord Jesus, help us. We'll get there when we get there. Okay, so we're going to get into a little game called Red Flag versus Green Flag. I'm going to ask you what you think about these. Dating a professional athlete.
Well, clearly that's a green.
I would not say that for anyone else other than you, my love. I don't, these men out here, I don't know.
It's all about the person. It's not about what they do, It's all about the person. Like a person can be an athlete or they can be a doctor or they can be an actor. It don't matter what it is. It's all about their character and who they are. So
the job don't make them trifling. It's
in the person.
Yeah.
I don't think everybody's the same. That's my mentality. So yeah, green flag goes up.
I'm trying to pick a good one. I don't get what's up with people in this. Why is everybody hating on a Cheesecake Factory?
No, I don't understand that either.
Takes you to the Cheesecake Factory on the first date.
Listen, let me tell you something. See, we too focused on the stuff.
It's good.
That ain't got nothing to do with nothing. Because if he ain't showing up right, it don't matter anyway.
At least he took you somewhere and they got a big menu with a good variety.
Listen, I love Cheesecake Factory though. So, okay, you asked me about tour stuff. On tour, Cheesecake Factory was one of the most consistent restaurants for the whole run. Cheesecake Factory and Red Lobster.
People be acting like they taking you to McDonald's. That's a good restaurant.
No, but they got the menu for cheesecake. They got options.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna tell you, the truffle honey chicken with the mashed potatoes, he turned, and the buffalo blast chicken pot.
Oh, she know the menu, y'all.
Chicken piccata.
Shout out
I'm telling y'all, like I'm not
Cheesecake
lying.
Factory.
Y'all don't understand.
That
Legit,
red velvet cake.
Let me tell you, they have a strawberry shortcake ice cream dessert. Where it has vanilla ice cream and these cookies, and the strawberries on top and the whipped cream. Crazy. Out of here. Just tell him.
Green flag.
That's a green flag.
Tell him Ciara sent you.
Because if he's got amazing energy, you're going to forever have Cheesecake Factory as one of your favorite spots.
Yeah.
And it'll be cute.
It'll be cute. Like, just stop hating on cheesecake.
Don't hate.
If he has two phones.
That is not a red flag. That's okay. Let me tell you why.
Business and a
personal and business. And that's real. I get it. Listen, I have two phones. But mine's are combined. It's personal and business on both phones. But I'm obsessed with taking pictures. So I've ran out of space on one phone. And to me, again, it goes back to the person.
Back to the character, yeah.
Yeah. It goes back to that. So I'm not tripping about 2 phones.
I have 2 phones.
Yeah.
I have another one. So when my kids start asking me to play games, it's like,
You got
stop
I'm
asking
telling
for
you
my
because
phone.
your phones run out of space with
Yeah.
apps and everything.
Asking for sexy selfies.
He ain't got to ask.
Period.
Okay.
Period.
And she don't have to ask either. No. But for
Keeping them entertained.
Yeah, I
See,
think
that's how you
again,
keep
it
that
goes back to
marriage
the
going.
dating, right? We got to keep it cute.
Keep
it
it
sexy. Keep it
Keep
fun.
it fun and fresh and
And
flirty.
surprises are great.
Is it a green or a red flag? I'm going to reverse the question. If they're not close to their mother.
If they're not close?
Yeah.
Well, I think that it depends on why they're not close.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a major green flag when they are. And sometimes some people it can't be like mama's boy in a certain way because that can get tricky sometimes.
That can get scary.
But I think it also comes from like the mom's perspective on like how she is. Some moms can be really like possessive over their sons. But if they have a great relationship, I think that's so beautiful. Because I do think there's something about how they love their mom.
It's how they'll love you.
How they'll love you and your daughters.
Mm-hmm.
There's something about that correlates and connects. And
that's the first woman they ever knew how to treat.
Yeah. So I think that's a green flag if they're close. But you asked me if they're not. Again, now mom could be crazy now, so we gotta, But all in all, I think it's a major green flag if they are close with their mom. I think it's really sweet and beautiful.
I would assume that means y'all have a good relationship with your mother.
Yes, I love his mom, Mama Tammy. That's my girl. We talk all the time on FaceTime. I love her.
Okay, so before they kick us out of here,
okay.
I just want to say this real fast.
What?
So how me and you met, I just want to shout out the big sister, the big like mentor that you are. You really, truly are a girl's girl. If anyone ever had to wonder, I was crashing out down bad about my baby daddy. You know how I used to be on the internet. I'm demure now. I don't do it no more because of you.
Oh, so sweet.
But you called me, you reached out, and you was like, girl, no. Don't act like that. Don't do all that. What, God will take care of everything in the end, and you just focus on your career and being a great mom. And I just wanted to say I appreciate that. I'll never forget it because, girl, to keep crashing out, gotta cut it out. So thank you.
Oh, I appreciate you, and that's so sweet. And I'm always going to be here for you.
Thank you.
Whenever you call. Like I always tell you, like when we wrapped, on set, and I wanted to make sure I was celebrating you because I think we need to celebrate each other, and I think especially in times now more than ever, and this has kind of always been the statement, now more than ever, we need each other.
We do.
And this is powerful. Like, look at you. You're here on your own radio show.
Oh, thank you.
And you sell out tours and, you've had an incredible life journey, and that's what makes you who you are. All of it, good and the bad, all of it. It's beautiful because it's you, and you're a mama and you're doing it. And on our imperfect journeys, like all of us need to know to give ourselves grace and to know like we are meant to be where we are and to have what we have. And it's not going to be perfect every day. We're not going to have highest days every day. We're not going to make the perfect decisions every day. Sometimes we might do something silly. Sometimes we might lash out. Whatever it is, like we're human. But we got to give ourselves grace and support. So, I want to always see my girl Summer up. Always. No matter what. Even when you down, you up.
Period.
That's how I see it.
Yeah. Just in case y'all forgot, Ciara said it.